Yes, and welcome to another episode of Raxxopathy. I am your host, Bishop Wyatt. How are we all doing this evening? Well, we have some things to cover that really just genuinely pissed me off. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure it pissed off a lot of you too. Let's start off with this, Cyrax. You know, Kate had a stream with Gordon on, your ex-fake father. And there were some things that were exposed about you that were kind of, no, they weren't eye-opening. They were expected, but I'm sure in your delusional mind, you were shocked. And to avoid embarrassment, to avoid, needing to answer a bunch of questions when you went on your kick stream, what did you do? I know what you did, Cyrax. It's crystal clear. You said, hey, let's talk about a fake tragedy this way. And we have to make sure the tragedy directly affects me in some way, to take attention away from the fact that Kate just had a stream with my stepdad, who just disowned me, wants me to change my name, and saw the dirty little things that I've kept in my closets for all these years, all the skeletons, all the peen flashing videos, all the pepperoni oil massaging, and then, you got the fidget spinner that I don't know exactly what you were trying to do there. And, you also one time tied a rope around your peen as tight as you could. Are you into, peen torture? Cyrax, I'm sorry, but you were not blackmailed into making those videos, Cyrax. First off, the very fact that in each scene that shows your face when you're doing something disgusting, you have a ghoulish, wizard-like grin on your face. You seem very pleased with yourself, indeed. Very pleased, indeed, I might say. Especially that spunk video. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that you licked a Sharpie clean of excrement. Your own, in fact. You didn't look like you were forced to do that, Cyrax. And what normal person, your theory, which I find very interesting, your theory is that Marty, and Marty alone, broke into your phone and took all those items, those videos, those pictures off and shared them, right? I mean, we just heard you say that. Cyrax, first of all, let's hypothetically say that's possible. Let's say that's true, okay? What kind of freak has pepperoni jerk-off videos and fidget spinners torturing his peen and spunk enjoyment and stylus licking? I mean, are you telling us that you had all those videos on your phone for your own personal pleasure? Is that what you're telling us? Cyrax, come on. I mean, your lies are ridiculous. You know they're ridiculous. Actually, you know what? I don't really think you do know they're ridiculous. I think you think you're a genius. That we're just sitting there like, oh, this guy has been victimized for no reason. Okay, Cyrax, give me a break, all right? In fact, let's talk about something else. How about that? I mean, there's so many things to cover. When I get on these videos, I don't script it. I just go off the top of the head. Every time I'm done making them, I'm like, oh, I should have brought that up. It's disgusting. But here we go. Buckle in. Well, let's see. What else can we talk about? You said that somebody in the military that was a dear friend of yours, I didn't get into detail, was blown up by an IED, right? In the Navy, in Palestine. But he lived. And I think Cyrax was like, oh, I shouldn't have said he lived. Or I don't know. He could have made a video recently that the guy died. I have no idea. He's constantly creating these deceptive stories. So he's like, oh, I should have made sure that he was dead. And I screwed up. So how about this? That didn't work. Let's kill off another fake friend with an OD. And the OD was because of the trolls bullying him. The same trolls that bully little old Cyrax. That's the story he comes out with next. And Cyrax, that just made you look even worse. People see how manipulative you are. That's what you are. You're a manipulator. The problem is with a low IQ and a ghoulish face, it's very hard to get people on your side. Um, the military fake death thing was, repulsive enough, but then you go and kill off another fake friend that was your little brother. How come everybody you meet, you have to turn into like a child? Like, he's my little brother, that's my niece, that's my nephew. Your conversations always seem to bring up a kid or something about a kid. You like Power Rangers. It's very creepy. And another thing, Cyrax, here's the other thing. You're bringing up your ex, Kendall, all right? Now, I'm not going to say Kendall's a saint. I don't think anybody would. But we've heard the phone calls. You were stalking her, and you've done it before. You have threatened girlfriends to come back with you. You threatened Heather like that, too. You were told to not speak Kendall's name, yet you've done it several times already. And I love your logic. Oh, well, if I address the situation, even though the courts told me not to, it will make me look better online, which will translate to the courts, and then everything will be fine. They'll understand what I was doing. And besides, remember, the rules don't apply to me because I've been unfairly persecuted for this. And that's what he thinks. He thinks, oh, this is unfair, which then gives him the right to act out. That's his rationalization. Now, Cyrax, in 2017, your videos, start up, and you are being blamed for the same things back then: stealing art, stealing music, and being inappropriate online. It's always a stream where you are complaining or acting cocky or calling someone out or acting sad. And then when it's sad, we know that somebody found out something about you. So you have to go right to the pity stream to try to get people on your side. You talk about your one little baby lung and how your kidney doesn't filter right, and you're disabled, you were 1 pound, and you also had a 1% chance of living. I mean, what's with the number 1, Cyrax? You love that number, and you've never seen that number on like a trophy or anything like that. But what is with the number 1? 1 lung, 1 kidney. I mean, what is 1 pound, 1% chance of living? Cyrax, I mean, your life consists of a one-up lie. How can I make a better lie that makes me look more like a victim so that I can gain sympathy? You do that because you are void of talent, and you know that. So what you want to do is you want to guilt trip people into liking your things, into buying your music, for record labels to just sign you just because. You lack integrity and any sort of work ethic whatsoever, Cyrax. I mean, it is absolutely atrocious. And you know what I also find funny, Cyrax, is that Billy, the story has changed once again. First, it was Billy raped me, although that you were on stream threatening him, sounding like the abuser. And now you're saying, which, everybody knows, even your so-called fans know. The first story, they've heard it, everyone has. Now you're saying it was consensual. Well, was it consensual, Cyrax? Or did you just want some of that sweet Billy ass? Is that what you wanted, huh? Flipping him over like a flapjack. You said, oh, this little boy, he can't see, he's blind. I'm going to, play tummy sticks. Is that what you thought? Well, guess what, Cyrax? See right through your bullshit. I know for a fact, in my heart, so does everyone else, the way you acted was showing a guilty man, okay? You are the bully. You call everyone else the bully, but you are the bully, Cyrax. It's amazing how you can't see this. It's also amazing how you can't see a pattern. You have been doing the same routines, the same cycles since 2017 and probably before then. And you have been called out consistently by different individuals, like I said in the previous video. If it was 1 or 2 people doing the same thing, trolling you, that's different. But when every person who is new, for the most part, that comes in and sees the evidence against you, the physical evidence, like I said, videos, timestamps, text messages, body cams, etc., they immediately become one of us. It's almost impossible not to. And You want to lie about Kate I don't even understand the rationalization, Cyrax. Okay, so Kate catching a pedophile makes Kate a pedophile? Do tell. You actually think Kate is the bad person because of the way she went about it. So you are agreeing that you are a pedophile, basically. You just don't like the way she caught you. Well, that's too bad. Tough cookie, you know? And guess what? The pedo vibes, the reason she said you gave off pedo vibes was, yes, you do look like a creep. It's absolutely true. You look like an extra of a Michael Jackson Thriller video, but you were also in teen chat rooms asking teenagers who may have been bullied and vulnerable to hit you up so that you could help them through their journey in life. Give them a pat on the back. Get back out there. Get up on that horse. Don't care what they say. And by the way, look, here's my peen. Doesn't that make you feel better? Now don't you feel like somebody? Now get out there and be somebody. It's unbelievable. You think that sending your peen and jerk videos is gonna, is something romantic, kind? Is that your idea of helping people, like you like to say you do all the time? How your music helps people? Your music doesn't help anybody but yourself and your ego, because you're so deluded that you actually believe you are a decent singer. You said you were better than Eminem in rapping. Cyrax, if that's not a delusion, then I don't know what is. Kate caught you. We actually really don't care how she caught you, but we know. She got the vibe, like I said, you're in teen chat rooms, and you also sent a picture of your peen without her asking. And that, we know for a fact, is your MO. You've done that several different times to different girls, troll girlfriends, of course, which save the pictures. And you know what's funny? They don't ask for it. You just send it. You don't, and you do it. You act like you're sexy with that shirt open. You're like, yeah, I am all that is man. Cyrax, you're absolutely disgusting creature. You look like the Men in Black alien worms who loved coffee and would chain smoke cigarettes. Anybody knows the movie? You have to look it up. Look up what I'm talking about. You can. It's even in the gifts section when you want to send a text. You'll know as soon as you see the body type. It's exactly the same. The only thing that they have the only thing that he has that those aliens don't have is he's got stalagmites and scabs, bed bug bites all over his body. They actually have better skin than he does. But Cyrax, it's pretty funny to me also. You call us all drug addicts. I mean, if we're all drug addicts, how are we the most stable-minded ones? And you act like a meth head. You do. You act like a bipolar meth head who has delusions of grandeur and is a malignant narcissist, most likely. I mean, I am not going to diagnose you here. I'm not a professional, but I mean, I've looked into this kind of thing, most of my life, and you kind of check off the list pretty easily. I think anyone would agree. You don't really need to be an expert to tell and look at somebody's behavior and say, oh yeah, that's an evil piece of shit. So, Cyrax, I leave you with this. I think what's best for you is that you leave, you never come back, you disappear, and not for 2 days, but for like years and years. You get a face change and maybe get a job at Burger King, get a dishwashing job. Stay away from the food and stay away from the children, and don't have your peen on screen, and we'll be fine. And happy Halloween. Team Peen Cream, much love, and an yes.